Okay, so I just opened up my bag and I'm putting a number 1 in. That's all I did, in case you're wondering what I was doing. I do that a lot because I'm lazy and I don't feel like filling another bag. So I just opened it up and put a number 1 in.
Royal isn't really good with the cartridges?
Yeah, it can, but this is a small bag. So
Tiny.
you have a small bag this small, and then you have the coupler as well, or
Yeah.
a coupler to change tips.
Yeah.
It takes up a lot of room.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what we've got now with this guy is the little pico dots.
Pico dots?
Pico dots. So
Okay.
I've got a number 1 tip.
What makes them pico dots?
I don't know, that's just what they're called.
Okay, good.
They're little tiny dots. I think that's from when I crochet, that's what they're called, is pico dots. And you just touch.
Ooh.
And a lot of these, as you can see, have dog tails. Usually the soft consistency of the royal, they'll go away.
Yeah, but we can fix that
But
with the damp
if they
brush.
don't, that's what the damp paintbrush is for. Or a finger dipped in.
A damp finger?
A finger dipped in cornstarch will do it too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So finger in cornstarch, which I have right here, or a damp paintbrush. I'll show you both. So here's the cornstarch. So you can just touch it, just like so. It gets rid of them.
Is that like a nylon puffer kind of thing?
Yeah, it's my puffer I use when I roll out gum paste and stuff. Or you can use a damp paintbrush. See, either one. Lots of tips. For those that don't already know this, it's old school.
Old school.
Yeah. But most decorators know this stuff. It's nothing new. Everyone see that all right?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to go all the way around it. Well, not really. You would go all the way around it. If you want to do added dimension, you can actually go on top of this guy again, on top of your line again. Whoops, not like that. But
Would that be once it's dry?
no, well, yeah, it doesn't have to be completely dry. And like I said, it's personal preference. You can go on top of it again. If you're not directly on top of it, again, damp paintbrush to move it, just like you would for your Lambeth work. You got off a little bit.
Quick question.
Yes.
How long does the icing last in the mason jars?
Icing would last probably about a week. You need to rebeat it when you bring it out. Sometimes 2 weeks, depends on the weather. You're not supposed to refrigerate meringue royal icing. So, whenever it molds or dries out. Okay. So anyways, you get the general idea. You can go over that again if you want. Dots all the way around. Now what I want to do is I want to use my number 2 with my red, and I want to do some decorations on this. I decorate my stuff, my cookies, before I put them together. Same with my gingerbread houses. That is, it's easier that way. Not everyone does that, so it's personal preference. But I do find it a lot easier. Okay, so because you're piping up and down like this, it's like piping on a cake, but it's easier to pipe flat. So what I'm going to do is just a little bit of scroll work here. I can remember how I did it. I have to turn it upside down. So I'm just doing some fancy stuff. Well, not really fancy. Again, let gravity. And then just some added little scrolls. Everyone see that all right?
There we go.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to put another one that's coming out from here. Oop. Don't forget to clean that tip off.
Like every time.
Like every time. Yeah, you're supposed to clean it every time. Okay, and then a couple here. And if you make a mistake, you can get it off with a toothpick, a spatula. If this is dry, it should come off really easy.
The first layer?
The first layer, yeah, this bottom layer is dry. Okay, so you see I just took that right off.
Very cool.
Okay.
And you said you got pico dots all around
Yeah,
the
you
thing?
want to do it all the way around.
Do you have the example?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see what you mean by
But it shows you all the new stuff I'm going to do. Okay, never mind.
I'm just looking at the pico dots right now. Okay, so it's all an outline all around though.
Yeah, it's outlined all the way around.
Cool.
It just finishes the edge.